don't believe so, but I'm about to start, sir.
I'll sit right here.
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first Maddagunkscott City Council meeting of 2018. Thanks for joining us here. Yeah. Thanks for joining us here in the small theater of Improv Boston in Cambridge, Massachusetts. As you know, the Howley Public Library is still suffering from black mold. Latest update I heard is still through April. We will not be in that building until May. As most of you know, I'm Hampus Grossbitch. I've been a citizen of this town my entire life, all 43 years. And I'm running security tonight. So if anybody's thinking of trying anything, please do not. Few items up top. Doors. There are 4 ways out of here. 3 of them are located on that side of the room. Back corner, back wall, front wall. That door is still your best option. Please use that door unless there's an emergency. Cell phones. Don't have them ring. Don't turn them on. Don't flash your light around because I'll be in that corner flashing my light around. When people come up, they'll have 5 minutes. If you are lucky enough to be called upon as a citizen of this town to voice your complaints, you have 5 minutes. We're on a tight schedule, so I'm going to blow my whistle. I'll flash my phone around. I'll try to get your attention. I'll try to get you off stage in time. Let's see here. Last order of business is we have Kat in the booth. Without her, this entire show would not be possible. She's an IT expert, and she has...
It's a meeting, it's not a show.
I'm sorry. I auditioned for a play recently, and I didn't get it. And I'm still in that mode. It's not about me. It's not about me.
Crest O'Neill Community College has many theater opportunities.
Great. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not about me and my dreams. This is about Kat, who is helping us with IT tonight. She'll be running point on PowerPoint. Thank you. Thank you. If everyone could please. Thank you.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hi.
Flag. Oh, I can find a flag. You want a flag?
Oh, no.
That would be great if there was a flag.
We need to turn the flag on.
Thank you, Pat. We're foggy in here, but it's cold outside. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All right. This meeting of the Maddagunkscott City Council, Saturday, January 6, 2018, is officially come to order. All right, first item of business is just attendance record. When I call your name, please say present. Councilor Manson. Present. Right. Councilman Mitchards.
Present.
Councilor Ruth Wilson Hayes. Present. Hampus Grossbitch.
Present.
Council Minute Taker Bernadette Marie Bedreau. Here. Mayor Cups. Mayor Joseph Cups of the City of Maddagunkscott. Right. Motion to approve the attendance record for the council minutes.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
The attendance record has been approved for the minutes. Next order of business, which I'm sure you're all here to see, is the inauguration of the council members who have been re-elected to the Maddagunkscott City Council. Hampus Grossbitch, if you'd like to do the oath of office, please.
Will the city councilors please rise and raise your right hands and repeat after me. I, Hampus Grossbitch, just put your name down. I
Ruth
Hampus Grossbitch, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution
the Constitution
of
of
the United States and
the United
States
and
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of
and laws of
the state of New Hampshire
the
state of New Hampshire
and
and
all other local ordinances, that I will faithfully and impartially perform and discharge the duties of the office.
all
all
other
other
local
local
ordinances
ordinances which
that
I
I will
will
faithfully
faithfully
and dutifully discharge
According to
according to
the law and
the
law
law
and
the best of my ability.
the best of my ability.
Thank you.
This is exciting. Thank you all for joining us here today. Before we get into official council business, each of us did want to sort of offer a few words about our excitement for the future. I know for me personally, I do want to just thank the people of Maddagunkscott for overwhelmingly re-electing me to the city council. I'm so excited to be serving once again. I mean, this is my 7th term, my 14th year on the council, and each day gets more and more exciting. I do want to thank my husband, Vincent Hayes, my 3 children, Rebecca, Connor from my first marriage, and little Michael from my second marriage to Vincent. They helped me so much, deliver lawn signs, and stand out in the bitter cold holding lawn signs. So it was really tough on our family, but it was great. And it all turned out for the best. 2018 is going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting time for our city. And what I'm most excited about, it's our 360th year as a city. That deserves some round of applause. We were founded in 1658, and it's our 360th year. So we are planning a fun celebration. We're honing down a date, but please stay tuned for more details. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. It's all about Maddagunkscott, so I'm looking forward to that. So thank you all.
I also wanted to state my appreciation for re-election. It was a slightly closer race than we're used to running. There were moments that we can all look back on and with pride, and some that maybe not so much. I do have a couple quick city updates to make. First off, I want to give a quick update and say the negotiations with the children from Coulthard Farms cul-de-sac have been successful. They've agreed to terms, and snowplow operator Mike Mishu has been safely returned to his family. And we do expect plowing to be back on schedule come this Monday, January 8th. Additionally, there's another pressing matter that, of course, we have to address. We've all been aware of it. Some of us have been so unfortunate as to see it. We need to talk about some of the abuses and some of the things that we've seen on the internet recently. Of course, I'm referring to the vandalization and the hacking of the Maddagunkscott website, specifically with regard to the town seal. If we could pull up the picture whenever you have a moment there, Kat. And this has been censored, but apparently some manner of cyber hackers have managed to infiltrate the Maddagunkscott mainframe and create this. Again, I'm sorry. We have cleaned it up.
Put a penis on that little man.
We have adjusted it. There is a corrected version of the seal now, and we are coordinating our efforts with Maddagunkscott PD, and we're putting together a cyber terrorism task force with Dan Vance from the DW Sklar Middle School. We'll be heading that up. He's the computer tech over there, and so we do hope to avoid any of these issues in the future.
Thank you, Councilman.
Good evening and thank you. First of all, I'd like to apologize because my transitions lenses are not working properly. They're supposed to know when I'm inside, and I'm inside and they're dark and I can't. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nancy Manson, and I'm looking forward to serving you in 2018. My first order of business will be to solve the wild hog problem that is plaguing our neighborhoods. Thank you. As many of you know, people have purchased pigs thinking they were teacup pigs from a black market pig dealer. That was not the case. Now we have full-grown hogs and sows running wild, terrorizing our community. I dedicate myself in 2018 to finding a humane solution to our wild hog infestation, including an Adopt a Hog program, if any of you are interested. Thank you very much.
Motion to approve the statements from the councilors.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. And the statements have been approved for the record. Now to our regularly scheduled agenda. We're going to have Council Minute Taker Bernadette Marie Boudreau offer us a recap of the last session's minutes.
Do you want me to stand up?
Yeah, that'd be, so we could hear you. That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Hello. I'd like to open with a reading from this book, Dancing in the Light by Shirley MacLaine. I was recently on a cruise, and I didn't get very far, but what I read was important. And there was a quote in it that really stuck with me for this year. So this is the quote. To dance with God, the creator of all things, is to dance with oneself. That's the Dancing Ruling Masters, Gary Zukav, quoted by Shirley MacLaine in Dancing in the Light. So this is the year I decided to dance with myself. I had a fine holiday. The kids came over, and Danielle has a daughter now. The father was not there, but that's okay. They gave me some sort of iPad situation. And then the day after I took off and I went on second sunset cruise for single middle-aged people. And I spent the last week in the Caribbean, and it was absolutely amazing. No, they're not on the iPad. They didn't update the iPad. Oh, I have a solitaire right now, okay?
It's like the Matrix on that screen.
Stop talking, sir. It's my time. And so the cruise, second sunset, the activities I had were amazing. I highly recommend it, but I met, I thought, maybe a flirtation over a martini or, just games over a margarita, and then I met Leland. Leland Courtwright. He was our dedicated master of ceremonies on the cruise, our cruise director. Just nothing like a man in pleated white shorts. Oh man, I've been watching a lot of The Crown with a glass of Chardonnay and thinking, I don't remember Prince Philip looking like that the first time around, but I'm sorry?
You have a southern accent now.
Leland's from Louisiana, and we've been Skyping. I'm just not talking on Skype, if you know what I mean. There's Skype on here, too. But anyways, I'm back, and he's still on the cruise ship. He's married to the sea. And, I'm back here, and...
Bernie, I love you. I personally don't know if you're ready for another man, but we need to kind of,
Thank
hurry
you.
it up. I'm sorry.
She knows me. So.
I could just offer, Correct O'Neill has a fabulous IT department. Well, technically it's a computer literacy department, but we could maybe
Stop
take a look at
talking,
that.
all right? I'm talking right now. These are official minutes. Anyways, I highly recommend Second Sunset. Keep an eye out for Leland. He's a prince.
Thank you.
What?
Do you have any minutes from the last meeting?
I'm pretty sure a man was murdered at the last meeting. Wasn't there
They were
murders?
talking about murder.
We're talking about murder. All right, no one forgets. No one forgets. What people? Whatever.
Motion to approve minutes from last.
Second. Oh my God. I don't want them
murder in
reported
this
anyway.
town.
I don't want them
It's
reported
fake news. No one was killed.
Next item on our agenda, we do have Pete Darrell with us. He brought a very important issue to our attention that we as a council have sort of overlooked for the past 40 years or so. So we do really appreciate Pete Darrell's time. What Pete is going to sort of address is an ordinance that he would like overturned. So we as a council sort of discussed it, and we want the community to vote, but following the meeting. So following the community feedback portion, we'll vote on this portion. So Pete, you want to give an overview for the rest of the community?
Thank you.
Hello, fellow citizens of Maddagunkscott. Okay.
Hello.
Thank you, thank you. So, my name is Pete Darrell of Darrell's Doodads and Water Sports. I own that store. I come here today on behalf of the toy stores and water activity stores of this city. I come here today to ask you to vote yes on lifting the 10-foot length limit on all slip and slides sold in this city. My store wasn't always called Darrell's Doodads and Water Sports. My dad added the doodads. Thank you. In 1974, when the length limit was instituted, and we started experiencing budget shortfalls because of that. You see, slip and slides were for us, and continue to be for other stores outside the city, the best-selling form of water activity equipment on the market. Because of the length limit, in order to sell slip and slides, I am forced to open each box and cut away the prohibited additional 6 feet, selling the item at a discounted price. Sales are low, and many consumers simply buy unadulterated slip and slides from the neighboring municipalities. Or, even worse, dangerously modify ones bought here with unsafe materials. Tarps sewn together, trash bags, and the like. Though we've made do these many years with the length limit, my store and others have been operating at a diminished capacity because of it. I now ask the citizens of Maddagunkscott to support local businesses, to support our local economy, and vote yes on lifting the 10-foot length limit on slip and slides. Thank you very much.
We're here.
Let that stick with you. We'll be voting following the community feedback portion of this meeting. So thank you, Pete, for that. Thank you. Now we move to the community feedback portion of our meeting. First citizen to approach.
Yes, first up we have Jessica Salsworth from 4 Piedmont Drive. Jessica.
See, I have to set up. No. Hi, I'm here to address the Public Works Department of Maddagunkscott, or as I call it, the Public Sucks Department. I'm here to discuss because 3 months ago, the city made a terrible, or what I feel to be a terrible decision, which was to change the water supply from the Vajamam spot Water and Sewage Department to the Maddagunkscott River. We were told that because that Maddagunkscott River is downstream from the Fresh Step kitty litter factory, that there would be a marginal amount of kitty litter in the water supply. But what, as I found out, that meant was that my household would have 30% of all water would be kitty litter. 30% of all my water is kitty litter, and no one else is affected. Should I ask you, is this water or is this kitty litter? This is kitty litter. This is what I turned on my faucet and I received this the night that John proposed to me. And I was so excited, I needed water, and I turned my faucet on, and all I got was kitty litter. And I threw up.
You drank it?
No, I did not. The sight of kitty litter coming out of my faucet made me throw up. A beautiful moment in my life ruined.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Miss Ford.
There's more memories ruined. A month later, I was co-sponsoring the ice hockey team pizza night. No, it was not. It was supposed to be fun. And I went to get Charles, who was a 10-year-old boy, some water. And all I got was fucking kitty litter. And Charles saw the kitty litter come out of my faucet and he threw up again. The sight of which caused all the other boys to throw up. And also I threw up.
I'm sure we can organize a site visit for DPW to visit your home and make sure.
I have one more memory. So John and I got divorced recently. And when I am not with a man, I have what I refer to as the incel sweats. Incel sweats. Incel sweats. Incel sweats. It's a type of sweat that you get when you are involuntarily celibate.
I can attest, but I won't say how.
And I went to get water because of my incel sweats, and all I got was this fucking kitty litter. And I threw up again. And I'm sorry for cussing.
Thank you. Limit the swearing.
We do apologize, and we have you made a call to Department of Water Power?
I have not.
How long has this been going on? Because you were engaged, and then you obviously divorced. It sounds like this has been going on for a long period of time.
It was 3 months.
Did you also not think to call, what's her face, Erin Braca, yeah.
I don't think that's a real person.
She would fix it.
Is that a real person?
She is a real person.
Oh, I thought that was just a movie.
I don't know if she cares about water anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, she did that one thing.
it's a good movie.
Oh, look, on behalf of the
Yeah.
council, we profusely apologize for the situation you've been living with, and we will definitely make sure we get your contact information to follow up on this, because I can't imagine having
No.
kitty litter come out of my
You
faucet.
need water.
I don't know that I would bother.
And may I recommend a cruise if you don't want to be celibate?
Or perhaps Koresh O'Neill Community College has certainly turned my fate.
We don't need to discuss people's sex lives or lack thereof.
We'll talk after the
Let me
meeting.
tell you, there's no lack thereof on my part. That's all.
Is there anything else, Ms. Sullivan?
Oh, no.
Yes, I need help with my things.
I apologize. Your time is up.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Thank you, Jessica. We apologize, and we will.
Maybe kitty litter on the stage
This is
for the rest of this for the
I thought it
meeting.
was one.
Campus, put the box down.
You got it.
Want me to tilt the box?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Can I,
No, you made it worse.
I did.
I forgot something when I was.
Yeah, Pete?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm not sure if everybody actually remembers why the ordinance against 10 feet, 10 feet limit was instituted. It was actually because the mayor at the time in 1974, his nephew broke his arm sliding on a slip and slide. He was sliding. Yes. He was sliding incorrectly. He was going like this, like a pose, like that on a post. He broke his arm, and because of that, when it's followed to the letter and by the right age groups, it should be fine. So I just wanted to add that.
So that's not approved use of the.
That's not approved. I mean, we've all done something stupid from time to time, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So,
Wasn't like.
yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you. Kenzie, want to read the next name?
I'll do my best. All right, the next person is, oh, it's the long one. Almighty Emperor
Xerxes?
Xerxes, the formidable ruler of man, the fearsome, powerful lord of the lakes region.
From the dirigible of doom.
That's all I can think.
The address field says dirigible of
I don't
doom.
think we have that in Maddagunkscott.
Maddagunkscott.
playing town. It's like infants playing house.
Sir, could you speak into the microphone?
Microphone. Maddagunkscott. You disgust me. Oh, my reading up there. Careful. Maddagunkscott. I am Lord Xerxes, leader of men, lord of the next region. And this council is now mine. I am commandeering this council by force. Scram! 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 This council is mine. Scram! 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 Everyone out!
Can I take my gavel?
All right. I am now running the meeting. Maddagunkscott, I am your leader. Hold on.
He only has about 3 minutes of oxygen left.
Maddagunkscott, the only way your town can be returned to you is if you can defeat me in a battle of wits. If you can prove that you're not country imbeciles pretending that you run a town.
This should be no challenge for a student of Koresho.
Whoa! Let's find out. Ah, the battle of wits. The game of wits. Where is it? Thank you. Give it to me. Can you even connect 4, Maddagunkscott? If you can count to 4, then you get your town back. Ages 6 plus. Do they even teach you after 5 years old? Just 1 year of school here? Who will challenge me?
Campus as security, would you be willing to
Hold my phone.
deal with this?
Okay. Would you like to be red or yellow? Alright, well, will you fix that for me? I'm having use of the net, thank you. Oh, let me fix this.
It's fine. Okay. I'll only need probably 6 of these.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm in charge of the meeting until the game is over, so if we need to stop and someone else can go, I'll still run the meeting. And then, does that make sense? That way it sort of doesn't get in the way of what's going on.
The rules.
What?
I think we're all clear on.
Okay, great.
Do I go first or you?
You open my bag for me. These gloves are, I do it more for the look than the...
Every citizen is entitled to 5
yes.
minutes of time in front of the community, so occasionally they proceed.
Your move, dummy. Can you see? Can everyone see? Let's clear this. Let's make this really a show, yes.
Go, Hampus! Got it!
I need the same strategy. I'm going to go right here.
Oh, come on, get him here, bitch!
Oh, you fool! You dummy. I can just flip you like that. Good luck now, mister. This town will always belong to me. Unless you can defeat me and connect 4. What's this right there? Okay.
You offered to play, but you never got on stage.
I could have!
Yes. What do I do?
Where'd you go? Did you go? Oh, okay. Sorry. I looked away.
I'm trying to play
God
defense.
damn it, Hampus!
I don't know. Now I'm having fun.
Okay, here we go. Now I need to think. Here,
Anyone can call out an answer and I'll just do it.
I'm going to go right here.
Campus, you don't need to play defensively. He's losing.
No, but he's smart.
I'm smart.
Do you want to come up and help him?
Anyone!
Well, you obviously need help,
I
Campus.
need so much help.
God damn it!
Get
Campus!
up here! Get up here!
No! No, God, fuck! You have. Oh, yes! Oh, let him go! It'll be. We've trapped him.
Oh no, I see. He's gonna set up a two-way.
Shush.
Don't want to go there. Aha!
Campus!
Block him!
Campus! Oh, damn!
Get
Never mind.
The mathematician solved this game in the early 90s.
Great, are you one?
Wait. I'm going to go here. Yeah.
Oh, Campus!
Yes!
Go here!
There you go.
Yes! Voila!
Stay here. Stay here. You guys see what you're doing.
30 more seconds, Xerxes.
Yeah, come on.
Hurry, Xerxes!
Okay.
Got a tight agenda.
All right.
Yes!
All right.
Get this out of my face.
Maddagunkscott, you have proven yourself a worthy adversary.
I just reelected unanimously.
Oh my god.
Watch out
All right,
for the
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Xerxes.
I like a short slide. I like a short slide. But for every community member is entitled to 5 minutes of public time, we can't do much about it.
I haven't had that much excitement. And I don't even know how long. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, whatever that.
Okay. Oh.
It's mysterious.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think I can die.
Oh.
I can
Can we
die.
please have Martha Splunkett of 3 Harold Court, please?
People of the court, my name is Martha Splunkett. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a widower, and I've been in this town my whole life. Recently, my granddaughter, Ellie Ringwald, can we get the photo of her up here? My granddaughter, Ellie Ringwald, came to visit me at my place of residence with a story about her day at school. Now, Ellie took a sexual education course at Maddagunkscott High, and do you know what she learned? I'll tell you what she learned. She learned how to put a condom on by using a banana.
Sure, I believe that's fairly regular.
I haven't eaten a banana for months now. Dr. Grisham says my potassium is dangerously low. Can you eat this? I challenge you all, people of the court, to eat this banana with any dignity.
All right, look, I believe that sexual education is important, and
I do too. I'm not a prude. I'm not a prude. I was a USO dancer. Back in the day, I have alternatives. I've brought alternatives.
if this proves that sexual education is reasonable, I will eat this.
Let's call this Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
Or like Exhibit D.
Thank you. This is an artichoke, the most disgusting vegetable. That's almost impossible to eat.
Did they do this at the school?
I did this in my backyard. Exhibit D?
I just feel like the artichoke isn't very realistic. You know, they're supposed to teach kids.
Oh, really? I've seen a penis like that. I've seen a lot in my day, let me tell you. Now, artichokes are expensive. I've got another. A grapefruit, also disgusting and unnecessary. I have Magnum XLs from Charles. Rest his soul, was a well-endowed man. Anyway, I know Ellie needs to learn about this, okay? I don't want to take this away. I'm not a prude, okay? I've had my rolls in the hay. I used to get frisky back in the... And then Ellie, God love her, she's sitting on that washing machine. She's sitting on that washing machine like it's a mechanical bull. Here you go. She's got to learn this stuff. Can we get Ellie back up here? I love her.
That would not be safe.
Well, it's not about it being functional. You're not going to get impregnated by a butternut squash. It's about learning how to roll it on.
I want to be clear. Are you upset that she learned this, or you think she should have learned additional?
I think don't ruin the banana. It's too important. It's too important. It's at top. It's at the middle of the food pyramid. Don't you know? Can you eat that banana? Put it in your mouth.
If this makes
Mitchums.
About sexual health and education being important to me and our town as part of I mentioned
somebody
in my
Snapchat
campaign.
this.
You have 45 seconds to eat the banana.
This banana.
45
There's
seconds.
there's other.
Take such a big bite.
Look, all I'm saying is there's other things you could do. The other day, Ellie came over with her new boyfriend, and I put this on, and this really shut them up. Angel Season 5. That'll dry up faster than a sandstorm in Guam. David Borealis, he just doesn't have it anymore in this season, let me tell you.
Sorry, there's 10 seconds left. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll finish up. All right, well, if it pleases the people of the court, I recommend these alternatives. You may have this as well. I didn't need to put a condom on that because that'll just stop you right up. I think we should introduce Angel Season 5 and the artichoke to sexual education. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Can't accept gifts over $25, so if anyone wants this,
That's not worth 25.
Fair.
just doing my duty.
It's not a brag. All right, moving on. We have Merlin Mueller, PhD. Sorry, Dr. Merlin Mueller.
Oh, that's fine.
Dr. Merlin Mueller, PhD.
Oh.
7
sorry.
campus. I have paper towels. Do you need? Oh,
Campus.
thank you, Kat.
We need
Find out.
paper towels to wipe off the lube.
Just, it looks kind of.
It wasn't lube, it was sperm set.
Thank you, Dr. Mueller.
It can be 2 in 1.
All right, hold
It can
on.
be.
Dr. Mueller.
Thank you. Can I please have my PowerPoint up? It's not true. He said I was German. It's not true. I'm from Maryland. Clear.
Uh-oh.
There are too many cats in Maddagunkscott. Yes. Yes, let me begin first. I am Dr. Merlin Mueller, PhD. I am professional zoologist. In spare time, I am also amateur zoologist. I am a cat specialist. And I also am author of world's famous children's book. Next slide, please. I am author of the Zoo Files. My friends call me the Zoophile guy. They laugh when I say it, but I think it's just a fun book for children.
My kids love that book.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate very much. Next slide, please. Too many cats in Maddagunkscott. There are too many cats in Maddagunkscott. There are more species of cats than I've ever seen. Rampant cats in all of town. I go out myself. I take 10 photos of different species of cats for your peruse. First cat, unlucky cat. Okay, you walk by cat. Okay, you have lucky day. You have lucky day. You walk by unlucky cats. Unlucky day. Next, this is lazy fat cats. It's cute, but this problem. Okay, lazy fat cats offer no productivity to town of Maddagunkscott. Next, please. Extra loyal cats. Now, this is most loyal cat I have ever seen. I saw this cat go outside and owner call it, and this cat actually come back. It's amazing. Listen to directions. Next slide, please. Even Town Crest feature fake dead gross cats. I feel like they rub it in my face. That's who is zoologist here? Next slide, please. Leaky sloth cats. This is leaky sloth cats. They leak water sometimes, but also slowest species of cats ever. This particular cat I see on side of road. I stare 3 hours, not move once. Incredible, incredible cat. Next slide, please. Pair of no-tusk skinny walrus cats. These are very problem. These are very big problem. You can see is no-tusk walrus cats because of mustache is very clear. Unsure of whether are mating in this photo or not. Next slide, please. Cats, you know, from show Cats. Next slide, please. This is many cats and hats. It's cats with many hats. Next slide, please. V for Vendetta cats. Very problematic in society. Is issue. And final cats is Mumford and Kit. It's also known by Latin name Dung Dung Diggity Dung Dung Diggity Dung cats. All problems. And the next slide is please eliminate cat crisis, please.
Wow.
I know, it's big issue.
Something you need to.
Most of those were pictures of me.
I couldn't tell from the lenses.
A lot of them from when I was younger.
Do you follow Councilman Mitchell?
No, why?
Because you put many pictures.
You like cats?
For them. I do like cats.
Is problem. I think this is issue between you and me.
Can you specify the problem that you're having with?
There are rampant cats. I was very clear up top. I like to remove most cats from Maddagunkscott place.
You're a zoologist.
Yes, my father was John Malkovich and my mother was Borat.
Could you provide for the council your textbook definition of cat?
Is goes by Latin name cat.
So a cat is a cat.
Did you go to college?
No.
Where's
yes,
what?
not animal college.
That's his issue. Now, I propose solution. I actually rooted for Xerxes in Connect 4 because he had extermination device for cats.
Oh,
Alright. You got 5 seconds.
that's.
And you rooted against us, so I'm willing to call it here.
I love your book, though. Your book is so fun.
Thank you. I feel like I did negative service for rampant cats in town, and I am not being listened to appropriately. It's because I'm from Maryland.
We can recommend making a call to animal control if you do have any problem with the first 3 type of cat. I would say the 4th type of cat, fire department.
Royal cats.
Could probably with that also animal control. Leaky cat, I would say.
Leaky sloth cat.
Fire department has jurisdiction over leaky sloth cat. And
No, leaky sloth cat never caught in tree.
Fair enough. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. It's just really important. I don't think I told everybody, but my son went missing about 4 weeks ago. In this town, he was last seen on Lincoln Street on December 8th. My name is Trisha Lodette, his name is Joey Lodette, and I haven't seen him. Please, if you have any information.
Honey, Trisha, the police are looking for him.
No, just call me. The police haven't called me in 3 weeks. Thank you. This is what he looks like. Everyone, this is what he looks like.
Thank you. We appreciate that, and Maddagunkscott PD is doing all that they can.
Thank you.
I know. Next, we have Cordial Lackey Tannen from Union Soldiers Hospital Hall Room 506, 10 John Tyler Effigial Memorial Road in Maddagunkscott, New Hampshire.
Well, it's actually Cordial Lackey-Tannian, Counselor Wilson Hayes. You said Tannen, but
Tannian.
But it's no.
Don't worry about it. Before I begin, did everybody get a brochure? You don't need them for my speech, but I just hope you get one. They'll be here if anybody needs them. For those of you who don't know me, I am a student at Maddagunkscott's local Koresh O'Neill Community College. As of this year, I'm a freshman. And it's come to my attention that this school lacks the respect it deserves from the greater Maddagunkscott community. This issue first was brought to my attention last winter when college acceptance letters went out, and I found that none of my friends from high school would be joining me at Koresh O'Neill Community College. They were going on to quote-unquote brighter horizons at schools like Cornell, Columbia, Harvard, the New School, Sarah Lawrence, the New School of Florida, unaffiliated with the New School, in case you were wondering. All seeming to think that these were better options for them than Koresh O'Neill Community College. Well, that, my friends, pardon my French, is bullshit. As you would see if any of you had bothered to read the brochure, Koresh O'Neill is one of Maddagunkscott's most treasured institutions. Perhaps you didn't hear my address. I live in Union Soldiers Hospital Hall. That's right. It's named that because for a brief stint during the Civil War, Koresh O'Neill Community College, then known as Fine Love Community College, reopened as a Union Soldiers Hospital for Civil War victims. And rival school, what was it? The Maddagunkscott Masonic Lodge for Adult Education also opened as the Masonic Hospital for the Confederacy. Now, the Civil War never made it this far north, and neither hospital ever tended to any patients, not even civilian patients, because of their adamant refusal to tend to anybody who wasn't a veteran of the Civil War. Look, it's all right here in the pamphlet, people. I'm not going to go over what you could have yourself. Maddagunkscott's most famous resident former resident is probably Vincent Thomas Love, who was arrested in the 1800s for attempting to assassinate President John Tyler, causing the John Tyler No Junior College, which was named at the time because of the school's adamant opposition to John Tyler, possibly spurring Vincent Thomas Love onto his assassination attempt, actually renamed themselves the Free Love Junior College because they wanted to freeze him. All right, look, here's the deal, folks. I don't need you to love Koresh O'Neill Community College. By the way, named after two patron saints of our town, Shaquille O'Neal and David Koresh of the Branch Davidians. It's all right there in the pamphlet, people. I don't need you to respect it, but I do need you to go there. And that's why I am asking the City Council to make it federally illegal for any citizens of Maddagunkscott, New Hampshire to attend any college other than Koresh O'Neill. That includes Harvard, that includes your ass college of who gives a shit. If it's not Koresh O'Neill, I don't want you going there.
I was on your side till you started swearing.
Oh, well, I apologize. Strike those from the record, please.
Thank you.
So none of your friends went to college with you?
None of them. But I have better friends now at Koresh O'Neill.
They all went on. They all left town, and you had.
Irrelevant to the issue.
I've seen you riding your ATV way too fast. You're an angry young man full of passion. I want you to live so your dreams can continue.
My dreams have already come true. I'm attending the greatest higher education institution in the United States, Koresh O'Neill Community College. I want you all to read this pamphlet because I know you didn't. And the people who made it worked hard on it.
Your time is up, I'm sorry.
Cordial, I love your patriotism.
All I ask is that you make it federally illegal for any citizen of Maddagunkscott to attend another institution for higher education.
I wish I had federal power.
Well, then make it statewide. It only applies to the city.
It's hard to make friends.
Irrelevant.
You know, my son Kevin is in my basement. He doesn't leave. I think you two could be good friends.
That's a great
Good friends are
That sounds like a good idea.
Give him a call. He's not doing anything. Believe me.
Well, I'm doing lots. You know, I buried a time capsule beneath the John Tyler effigy.
That's great. I love seeing young people involved in city issues.
Don't talk down to me.
All right.
I'm getting a degree from one of the oldest. Shaquille O'Neal played on our basketball court.
All right, great. Thank you.
We were the only Branch Davidians outside of Waco.
Young people involved in local government. I'm sorry.
Just one real quick. Sure.
No.
She mentioned before, I also have some pictures of missing children. These children, yes please, these children are missing from this city because this city is missing laughing happy children on regulation length slip and slides. Thank you very much. You can pass
No, I just want to say I was a missing child until I found myself at Koresh O'Neill.
All right, great. Yeah, we need to move along here. Our next citizen is Biff Dogwater. Biff Dogwater.
Oh, hello, how's it going?
Why?
I believe it's Biff Dogsworthy.
That's my dad.
Be careful. Now,
This is my father. This is my father.
now, I'm a fly fisherman from Decatur, Georgia. And this is dangerous too, I'm realizing, so it's very flimsy, so I'm gonna hold on
He's
to
a
it.
retired tax accountant from Maddagunkscott, New Hampshire. He's lived here his entire life.
Now, I lived in the deep south my whole life. I was born in a swamp, and my swamp monster raised me to be the man standing here before you today. Okay, so I've seen a lot of things. I've lived a long life, if you can understand what I'm saying. And in fact, I've seen a lot of people come through the towns and the bayou and the delta waters and the mud sands I've seen. And I made a lot of observations, which I'd like to share with you today. Now, the first observation, if there's ever been a situation where you open your toilet, perhaps. Look in your toilet, and there's a bunch of beer cans in there, like Miller, High Life, and Bud Light, and the sort. If you open that up, there's beer cans in there. Well, yeah, you might be a redneck. now, perhaps if you ever been looking in your backyard, and there's a biplane that had crash landed. It was a camouflage biplane, and it was overgrown, and there like children living in there, and you say get out of there, and you shoot a gun at them, and they scramble. Yeah, might be a redneck.
Is that my Syracuse hat from when we went to look at Syracuse?
I don't know what you're saying. I purchased this hat at the S store in Decatur, Georgia. It's a store where they sell only S paraphernalia.
Store that only sells
well, now on the street that I live, there are 26 stores. The A store and the B store, the S store, the store that I like to go. Now be careful with that there, because that there is a dangerous. That's a $200,000 fishing rod.
Is this your car antenna?
Oh, well, now I don't know what you're saying. I drive a dune buggy and I live in a swamp now.
I'm very sorry about that.
Son, there appear to be like a sort of animosity. You want to disrupt my stories for the people here today? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, you're stressed. You're
still coming over for the Super Bowl?
No. So in the South we have the bowl. Now, have you ever seen a bowl? Have you seen a bowl that's so wide and big that you look at it, you say, man, that can't be a bowl. It's probably more like a trash can that someone left here. You ever said that to yourself? But if you have, then you might be a redneck.
You got 9 seconds left.
How long? Now, don't worry, I got a lot of it. Now, have you ever been inside a bed with a woman, and you turn over to her, and it turns out it's a golden retriever with matted fur, and you didn't realize because you live on a dog farm? Well, you might be a redneck.
40 seconds.
Come again now. My name is Biff Dogsworthy.
Pull your wallet. Do you have your ID on you?
My identity, I do declare I do. And this here, found this in a deep, it was in a cave.
Richard Mitchard's
that I was born in.
Address.
No, you're looking at the wrong identification. You're looking at the one.
10 seconds.
If you ever been trapped in a cave and there's bees in there and you're wondering where bees came from.
Father's out of time. Do you want me to
wondering, and then maybe if there's bees and you shoot at them bees with a gun. Yeah, might be a redneck.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Lightning.
I'll try to get that lunchtime. I'll try to get that lunch.
I was hugged by a strange man. What a weird thing.
His son's dead.
All right, that was very heartbreaking for all of us. The next person we would like to call up is Quarter Dime, the Dancing Clown, 29 Nivolt Street.
Woo! What a fun time! Hi everyone, I want to thank you. I'm Quarter Dime, the dancing clown. Is this thing on? Can you hear me over there? I gotta tell you, I've only been here something like 4 weeks or so, and I quite love you. You're quite fun. A lot of activity happening and men playing Connect Four and always scared of not making friends. I can smell the fear in this town. It's fun, and I gotta tell you, I quite do actually appreciate the water supply being shifted. It makes access a lot easier. Now, why I'm here, of course, I just left the town up in Maine, a dreary, dreary little town. I had to get out of there. Kids were going missing left and right. It was getting quite sad. They never had these kind of meetings. I figured I'd dress the part. I do love playing games. Now, I'm here, of course. I want to talk about the sewer grates in this town. They're a bit small, okay? They're a little bit small, and I did notice earlier there was no flood alert, but the snow's ready to melt, and the floods are coming, counselors. And what are you gonna do with the drainage, huh? Cat, can we show them a quick slide of the grates? Now, you could see there it was, and now it's gone. The grains are 30 by 6 inches, right? What's gonna go down there, huh? When the floods come, sure, the water will go, but this is, after all, a town in New Hampshire. What about a big log? A loose tire with the rednecks? Or perhaps a young boy playing. A young boy, they're about 50 inches tall, 8 inches wide. What's to say they'll be able to be pulled down into the drains? Okay! Just saying.
That's disgusting.
So what do you say? We can maybe make these grates a little bigger. It's bad enough the pipes are only 5 feet tall.
We do have a drainage issue.
Yeah, there has been intermittent flooding.
Okay, this is my time after all. Why not? I let that man with the breathing apparatus have 10 minutes up here. You know what? I'll clear things up. Maybe a little bit of a physical demonstration. Would that help? Would that help? Hold on.
Oh, sure.
I have it here.
Right? Yeah.
Somewhere here. 5, 6, 12. Mama's in the wire hangers. Now, this wire hanger is about the width and height of your tiny little grates in this town. I'd love to bring up a volunteer. I believe I have one ready. A young Jonathan.
That's my son!
Stop! Enough! Okay. He's fine. A little bit scared, but it's quite all right.
It's okay, man. He only has 2 minutes left.
Okay, Joey's gonna demonstrate how he cannot fit down the grates by trying to squeeze through this little wire hanger. Please, Joey, just push. Push, okay?
Oh, I got a stick.
Somebody call the police! Oh my God!
I'm afraid, clowns.
Okay, fine. Counselors, let the blood be on your hands. The grates won't drain? Is that what you want? And then the few boys' lives will be spared while the town, hundreds drown in the floods.
That's my boy!
Okay, you know what? I do think that's my time. Is that it?
No, you have 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
Good, then I do want to say a few things.
Great.
I do love being here. It's quite fun. You can find me. Joey, go back to your seat. Okay.
Somebody call the police!
Enough!
He has a gun. Should I grab it?
Let's Joey, that little Joey!
Why don't you just kidnap smaller children?
Why don't you just steal smaller children at an earlier age?
Look at this old man.
Oh
so
my
scared
God.
to midway's fun. You have 40 seconds. Feel rising to your eyeballs.
Ow! Oh!
Okay, I'll be out of here now. Go possums, and I'll say
It's like
for those,
swimming in a chlorinated pool.
for those of you whose children's missing, I'm sure wherever they are, they're fine. They're floating. We all float down here. Thank you. A little applause would be nice.
Are you gonna do anything?
You should reunite with your
If you'd
son.
like to claim your child,
It's right over there.
Can I grab him?
yeah.
There's still
we
a gun on the stage.
Campus.
Why are there
Ooh, it's New Hampshire concealing carry.
Yeah, we do have over carry.
That is true.
Oh my God. The police are on their way. Campus, right? So we'll sort this out.
4 doors and a sewer grate underneath the stage.
You shut your mouth. We do have one person left. For this. We do need to finish the meeting. Oh gosh. We do have Arthur Killarney of 524 Pine Barren Road. Arthur? Oh my God. Thank you, Arthur.
Good evening. This past December 17th, I received a number of motor vehicle citations from one Lieutenant Kathleen Mikulski of the Maddagunkscott Municipal Police Department. On December 29th, I reported to court to contest these tickets, but the presiding magistrate, the Honorable Stephen Chan, Esquire, rejected my pleas and imposed a fine of $742 American dollars. I yield to the judgment of the judiciary, but I would like to repeat my case here in the court of public opinion as a matter of public record. Officer Mikulski claimed that I violated speeding ordinances by driving 65 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour residential zone. I can explain. I was driving to the farmer's market for cauliflower and eggs when I saw some sort of winged creature in my rear view mirror. Naturally, it being December, I surmised it was a dragon. In order to escape, I accelerated to put some distance between me and it. I shook it off somewhere around Pine Tree Lane. I kept accelerating to leave it away from the farmer's market when Officer Mikulski pulled me over. She said I had probably just seen a crow. I'd like to point out that it may have been a shapeshifter, assuming the forms of a dragon and a crow. I know what I saw. Officer Mikulski's second allegation was that I was driving without a license. I can explain. In November of 2015, Anno Domini, my wallet, including my driver's license, went missing from my home. I assumed it was larceny by a doxy. That night I went into the forest with a divining rod to track the burglar, 2 beer bottles, and an old basketball hoop. I vowed not to replace my wallet or any of its contents.
Do you need a tissue?
Because if you replace what a doxy, I vowed not to replace any of my stolen items, because to replace what a doxy steals, the doxy gains rightful ownership to it, and I will not forfeit my identity to a doxy, no matter what the law says. I haven't used a credit card in 2 years. Officer Mikulski's third allegation was that I was driving with a broken headlight. I can explain. When I was 18, my foster parents didn't have enough money for college, so I enlisted in the Navy. I was a seaman aboard the USS Harry Truman off the coast of Sicily when she was struck by lightning, igniting a munitions stockpile near my bunk and blasting me into the Tyrrhenian Sea. 3 days later, I was found by pirates. They only spoke French and Arabic, which I did not. Realizing that I was of no value to anyone, they left me ashore in Algiers, but not before giving me this scar. In Algiers, I lived for many years as a pickpocket and a street magician. The locals called me the man with smoke for hands. During a stint in local jail, I met Alana. Ah, sweet Alana with eyes like emeralds and a voice like the tides. With I in my broken French, and her in her broken English, together we formed a bond that spoke only the language of destiny. In the year 1982, Anno Domini. In the year 1982, Anno Domini, we hot-wilded a small hovercraft and made it all the way to Gibraltar. We made good, clean money selling the rustic experience to hippies on a goat farm near Sevilla. We had a son, he died young, we had a daughter. Éramos la familia perfecta y os extraño todos los días, hicimos. 5 years of paradise, and then the wave came. On a clear and tranquil Sunday without a hint of ill wind, a massive blue wall arose from the ocean, and inside I saw the sneering face of my father, which I hadn't seen since he left me alone at that fire department in Pittsburgh 25 years before.
1 minute.
Go back, I screamed! Go back! Go back to the coal mines and leave me alone again! But the sea never listened to the whimpering of one man. The wave crashed, destroyed our house, and the cliff went crumbling into the sea. Then I woke up, here in Maddagunkscott. It had all been a dream. The Navy, Algiers, Alana, our children. In the the space of one night, of what we call real time, I have lived 14 years. Do you know what that does to a man? To find out your biography is fiction? I could wake up right now into a separate self that is somehow truer than I am!
5 seconds.
That night after the dream, I went out for some fresh air and discovered that someone had smashed my headlight. I apologize. I'm done, but I could really use a ride home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kalani.
That was captivating.
Yeah, if we had the power to rescind parking speeding tickets,
We don't, yeah, but what a storyteller. What a storyteller. Well, now it's time for the city ordinance vote. Pete, Daryl, if you want to just give everyone a recap of what they're going to be voting on.
Yep, here's some candy, everyone. You're feeling a little bit hungry, just a little bit of candy. Just
You can't accept it.
no, yeah, just pass it around. Just think about it when you're voting.
All right, we are short on time. If we could.
Yeah. So Pete, just a recap. You want to lift.
Yep. We are lifting
The 10 feet limit.
10-foot limit. Otherwise, we get slip and slides like this, made out of trash bags. We want that lifted, so that one day our dreams can be as limitless as our slip and slides. Thank you very much.
Are we going to do this? So if you vote aye, please raise your hand. And Bernadette, if you wouldn't mind counting the hands, that would be great. And then we'll ask the noes and you raise your hand. So for those in favor of lifting the 10-foot limit, please raise your hands.
That may be.
Some dissenters.
Yeah. Any dissenters?
Wait, she's still
We
counting.
can
Sorry.
The other number will clearly be smaller than
Does this need a supermajority?
Okay, how about can we just do the nose or something?
Who's the nose?
There's 7, and one of them's the creepy clown.
Let them play down by the river.
You don't live here. 7 no's, the rest are yeses.
All right, so capacity of this room, I believe, is 46. So we have 39 yes, 7 no. Measure passes. Ban on 10 or more than 10.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The referendum is passed.
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve the community feedback portion and the ordinance being lifted?
Motion to approve and ordinance lift.
Is there a second? Second. All right. Let that all be recorded in the record. Bernadette, if you just want to give a recap of everything that's sort of taken place over this meeting.
That child is possibly here.
The police are on their way. The police are on their way. Great.
Cells can't
Great. Thank you. On behalf of the Maddagunkscott City Council, thank you for attending the first meeting of 2018. Our next meeting will take place on Saturday, February 10th at 7 p.m. right here. Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.
Wait, my son!